Chaos, my Chaos is still going.
I think it's someone else. Anyway, but the bottom line is that you got those teams, and you take a look at EG, and they've got Cloud9, 100 Thieves, Liquid twice, Furia, you know, Mad Lions at one point. Like, they've had some very, very good squads over to take on against, and having seen this map pick come through for them, you must imagine that there is some level of confidence going into their T side, especially if this first half goes well for EG. Triumph maybe left to lick their wounds and run for the hills once again, another defeat. Fast execute out on the A bomb site with a pistol. Curry standing here for defensive, gets one, but runs out of ammo against Ethan for the second. Breezy tapping through, but couldn't quite get the frag on the man of heaven. Turns on towards Junior and gets him down instead. Shake faces, has the Spongy, trying to keep the T's away from the bomb that's been dropped. They drop into the side, and at point blank, a risky play against Ethan from Shake gets him taken down, as does Breezy take out Spongy, and EG win the pistol.
And that was, it looked a little bit chaotic, but quite a simple pistol round coming out from EG. We just see the quick upper take coming out. They overwhelm the CTs on the upper bomb side, and once the rotates started to come in, we saw a fantastic pre-fire coming in from Breezy around that Vents player that was coming in from Squeak Door, and then Shake Zula got dinked down from the Heaven position. And it kind of just comes down to Triumph not being able to connect onto enough kills once the presence came out quickly from the T side. And here's an interesting tale. It's actually the Force Fire coming out from Triumph in the second round. This could be the first time in the 3 best of 3s that we've seen from them. They've actually decided to go for this play.
Yeah, a bit uncharacteristic here. I guess to try and bring a bit more of a I don't know, maybe a bit more of a shock to the system, I guess is the right word to describe it. I don't know, maybe they're just trying to change things up in general and try and see if they can catch EG off guard. I guess they'll be expecting the eco round, which is where you can see the players with mostly upgraded rifles just to quickly make light work of the lack of Kevlar that they'll have there. Got the MAC-10 in for Cirque. That's the weakest weapon they have at the moment. The Galil's on most of the players, and of course the AK for Breezy. Deal with anyone that may have force ball out here, but only a couple of players have had Kevlar. The scout shot will give the info away. They'll know that they force ball now. Spongy with the Deagle also giving up his position and information towards the locker rooms. Ethan swinging out of Squeaky will get Grim and open things up for what should be the rest of the kills coming in for EG.
So much damage being done. Cirque with his MAC-10 chiming in together. And Shake Zulu, the last one left on the edge of the smoke, not even able to find a single kill. And EG, they deal with the Force Buy incredibly well. Not a single player going down. And for Triumph's sake, now the reason potentially, obviously I don't know exactly why they went for the Force Buy, but especially on a map like Nuke, you want to make sure that you're trying to have as much utility on that CT side as possible. You want to be able to hold on to a lot of incendiaries to stop the upper rushes. Now with their Force Buy coming in round number 2 and now saving on the 3rd, allows them to have more utility in the 4th round, Jay.
Little utility they can get here against this Evil Genius, this Cyan. The early smoke's being put up from the little utility that they have. The flash in for Shake. Cirque's ready for it. He saw him cross right in front of him, and Shake just couldn't do anything for it. CT's getting aggressive as well, getting picked apart as you would expect. Only Spongy left standing here towards the ramp room. The MAC-10 from Cirque will get dinked, but will find the kill in the end. So it will be a 3-0 star for Evil Geniuses. Triumph now with their buys, and as you say, a lot more utility than what they would be able to be used for here in the 4th round. But the M4s and the AWP will be the main stars of the show for the CT setup.
And EG, considering that there's only been 2 kills that has gone the way of Triumph, have been able to farm up a lot of money over on the T side. So especially if they're able to win out this Force round on the gun round, this could be definitely massive for the economy. Early Hut Molly coming out for Stanislaw. And this is going to be a quick take into the upper bomb side again. And the CTs are here in numbers. Curry strikes with 2.
Looking for a 3rd man. Spots Ethan, knows that he's there outside of the vent. The smokes will go up, and he will burst through on Stan as Grim finally sprays through, completely blind, gets the man down. Stanislaw's nade lands right at the feet of Curry, and Curry couldn't do anything to get out of that dodge. And falling as the 1 casualty for the CT side, but traded out for 3 of the EG team. Stanislaw has slipped past the defensive, though, down in the B bomb site, and the CTs all held out towards Ramfram and no further than it. Stanislaw could just walk through decon, get the plant. Secure a little bit extra money here for EG, but the fending off for the retake is the main thing that will be the issue for this T side.
And he's just waiting for Breezy to make some contact, make some sort of play, and at least try and sell the upper fake if Breezy's able to take down Grim, look, this is already just a free bomb plant coming out from Stanislaw, but he's just trying to see if Breezy can do something, because at this point, they might not expect Breezy to be lurking, especially considering it's a 2v4.
Seeing those footsteps on the A side as well, they know they're going to go for rotation, and he will get shut down by Grim on the spray eventually. Stan left alone. He has found clutches before. It's not hard him out of this one just yet. Galil standing by on the double doors, and we'll look in towards the control room. We'll try and find the M4 first up. We'll hear 2 players on the site. The glass has not been cracked, so we'll have to take the flag against Junior, and he misses every single bullet. So the AWP kill comes in instead. Shakezilla will get on the bomb, get on the defuse, and get on the first for Triumph.
Oh, what an excellent round coming out from Triumph. They keep 4 players alive. They're able to hold on to a little bit of utility of Spongy, but that was just a complete shutdown. We saw EG trying to hit the upper bomb site again extremely quickly. And for Triumph, they were there in numbers and they were shutting it down. The utility usage was fantastic. Curry was able to find the 2 opening kills, which really halted the offensive for EG to continue any kind of presence. And Triumph, I want to see a few more rounds from them like that.
It's a very confident setup as well from the CT side. Of course, they've got to go up against a confident buyback from EG. You can see there's still money available in the reserves, so they get a confident round out of this one, or even if they just, you know, get a couple of kills to boost their money lines on certain players, then we see another buy coming in from the T side. I think they might even force the issue in around 6 anyway, so see if Triumph can minimize their casualties and try pick up another round here. Flashes over from the teaser, they make their way out towards Secret. Shake's going to hear all of these footsteps and will try to push his way through the smoke. There's a small gap to work with. He evades Ethan, but he's still with his back turned. And the headshot comes in, but again, he's going to call that info to the CT forces. They've got players on site already. Spongy going to hear the window get tapped. And start hoping for someone out from the vent room, but no one is going to make their way down from that rotation. It's all from ramp instead. Junior going to smoke out the window here and look towards Decon, see one player. Ethan will try his molly towards Dark. That won't see anyone of the CT force, and they're still looking for a trade here. Triumph have held EG back for the moment.
Yeah, EG have really slowed the presence down. Now, if they want, Jay, they can actually bring the bomb back to the upper bomb site through the vents. They're just waiting to try and get some sort of information, but at the moment, it does look like they want to commit to the lower bomb site. Now, with being so slow, they've actually allowed Triumph to get in some really nice post-plant positions, and even for Grim, he's actually rotated back to the upper bomb site because they still think that there's the potential of going to upper.
Tara getting Spongy, 5v3 now. Plant yet to be secured, and I think the CTs are rotating out to save, yeah. Grim out towards CT spawn. They relied so heavily on the man on the bomb site being able to stay alive and play anchor there for Spongy, but had to got taken down as all the T-side players pulled in from double doors, and that will leave them to, again, as I mentioned at the start of the round, minimize their casualties. Keep the AWP in play, keep the AK in play. And they will concede the 4th to Evil Geniuses, but it builds up a money line, which I think is just about good enough to buy. They saved a couple rounds of loss bonus. Let's see specifically what the money line looks up to before I actually, you know, make that an official statement here.
They have to. There's no doubt about it. They have to buy. Having 3 rifles saved in with that AWP, they have to force the issue, even if it's like FAMASas or MP9s. But one thing I kind of want to highlight in that round was the disciplinary factor from EGJ. The fact of the matter is they get an opening pick and they're just waiting. Now, they're not waiting to try and find an opening pick or something. They're waiting for Triumph to make some mistakes, to over-aggress, to over-rotate up, and waiting that 20-25 seconds at the lower bomb site allows Grim to actually rotate to the upper bomb site, so they even have to deal with a less player at the B bomb site.
Those mistakes are costing them quite heavily as well on this Triumph side. Look at EG. Much quicker out the gate this time, not waiting for any mistakes. They actually might just force one down here towards the B bomb site. Look at Breezy, straight out of Decon door, and Spongy is the first man down. They've got secret control and everything. There's no rotation potential here for Triumph. This might already be a round to the favor of EG.
It certainly might be. This is going to be such a difficult retake, and the position they're in, it almost looks like they don't even want to go for it. Especially if Curry gets taken down. If Curry falls here to Tarek, this round is completely over. And we're already starting to see a couple of players saving that city spawn. So it comes down to the vent dive. Breezy gets down lower, able to take down that kill onto Spongy. And then EG, they just take secret control, make their way into the lower bomb site, and Triumph, they raising the white flag, not even trying to go for this.
Yeah, again with the economy state being the way that it is, you know, the rifles, the money line. How many rounds of loss bonus are they on? Do you know?
They will be on 4-round loss bonus now, so they'll get 2,900 in the next round. So at least for Triumph, they'll certainly be able to get another buy-in. Curry will be able to drop over an AWP if he wants. I don't think they'll run double AWP setup.
Sorry, I just want to make a point about something. Stanislaw was in the bomb site in the back corner. The bomb was planted for old Toxic, and he stayed alive at 68 HP. I knew
positions.
I knew that the explosion radius was like smaller now. I didn't think it was that small, you know.
Well, that's the thing that you can expect from these tier 1 teams, right? Is it's like knowing exactly how much HP you need to have to survive in certain positions.
Look at that fast play. Breezy straight out the gate. He saw at least one drop off. Curry will take contact. He'll line up a spray back for Breezy. He's low on HP. Cirque's there to support with the AWP. Grim in the back of the site will get taken out by Stanislaw. And a 3-on-2 situation. Favorable, of course, to Evil Geniuses. The bomb should be secured here by Stanislaw. And sadly, the weapons that they saved have all disappeared from the CT forces here. This will be a 6th for EG, and there ain't much that Triumph can do about it. They have to save what they have left.
Yeah, Sheikh Zulu, he actually gets flashed in. He wants to try and go for this. I'm not sure what the play is there, because Spongy, he throws the flash in from under heaven, but there's just no way that he can back him up. Now, for EG, hats off to Stanislaw, because we've seen some very different style change-ups on the T side. We saw a couple of early upper takes in the first few rounds. Then we see... Knife? He just needs to make sure that he's staying alive. Oh! Look, that's a bit unfortunate. But the thing is, what we're seeing from EGJ is the fact that the last 2 rounds before the previous one was, yes, we saw Breezy getting down lower, but it was so much slower, so much more passive. And then EG just rush into upper. So they're changing their style and the presence on how they want to execute on the T side.
And tactical pause called by Triumph. They were very liberal with its usage in the last map. This time, though, a significant disadvantage before they opted to go for a moment's respite. AWP in for Junior. 2 M4s for Shake and Grim. I think Curry and Spongy should be able to buy up. Yep, Curry's definitely got money out. I think they might even get double AWP set up potentially. Got a possibility in the option for it. So what's the decision to be made? No, just another M4. And of course, EG will be on their 4-buy. The AWP dropped there for Cirque. You can see it on screen, now picked up by the man. Could buy another one if you wanted to. 11k for him and Stanislaw post-buy. The money is built for Evil Geniuses in a way that it hasn't been built for this team before. The AWP will go outside the chance the AWP Junior. He doesn't see the man up silo, but he knows that his presence up there. He has an inkling as to what the T's are playing at here.
And EG is starting to take a bit of control outside, at least with Cirque being quite aggressive. No wall of smokes or any utility yet. Junior are going to be able to strike, and this is the first time in a while, Jay, that we've seen a strong opening man advantage for the Triumph lineup.
Tarek getting shaked, Salmon with a spray of the second man, and it's a 4-on-3. Grim gets it back to even standing, but Cirque will be able to find the trade. 3-on-2, making it 1 now, as Junior is the only man left standing for a 4K and a 1-on-3. 60 seconds to the clock. Of course, they have full A-site control, and there's nothing else that they can do here for the CT defense. And this will be that 7-1 scoreline here, Dweg. Just the overwhelming force of Evil Geniuses. Like, you know, in the T-side half of the first map, like, it looked so good from Triumph winning out those Angels, but this time when EG get aggressive, like, they're the ones that are just smacking the Triumph squad back with so many frag opportunities being taken away. Like, even Junior right now is only on 4 kills as we go to our 8th round. In fact, I kind of want to take a look at the stats before we get to that point, because I feel like Evil Geniuses have just been doing very well on the fragging power, and that's kind of been like the main driving force for a lot of these T-side defaults.
One thing I have noticed from Triumph, especially in this map, is maybe a lack of confidence on some of these Angels. I mean, we saw Tarek. First of all, EG, they're in a man disadvantage. They're looking at Tarek to try and open up the mini position. He gets a kill on mini, and then a second kill on the hut player. And the third player that's behind the silos on the bomb site is not even swinging to trade that until it's already too late. And then Spongy, it's a 2v3, and it's Spongy and Junior left, and Spongy just like runs through the heaven rafters rather than playing it in a 2v3. It's a little bit of a lack of coordination, I feel, as if for Triumph. And for EG, the confidence is just building. 7-1, we're seeing a fantastic scoreline. At least some good damage being done by the HG.
That's a start, but they need to convert it into frags. And, you know, you talk about the coordination of this CT side, considering how well coordinated it was on their second half over on Mirage. It's two different worlds for Triumph. The outside control towards the red box here. They've got a few players that set themselves up for this. Shakezilla on the Deagle is still in an awkward position though. The flashes and smokes over a Standard Junior with the AWP hoping to catch one. He gets Tarek first. They do find Shake at the garage position of the garage entrance. AWP desperately looking for Breezy next. He knows his close range. Scoping gets that flick, but it is traded for the 2 for 2, excuse me. 3 versus 3 overall. Stanislaw making his way up with Ethan as Curry rotates from secret to support, but Spongy is caught between 2 very difficult challenges. And the spray is good for Ethan as he gets the wallbang headshot. Now a 4-on-2 to the favor of Evil Geniuses. Grim and Curry standing by probably to save their Kevlar at this stage.
And it looks like that the T-side actually want to make their presence out to the ramp room to the lower bomb site, which is the perfect read. There is a player near the secret position, but Curry's already backing away, and this should probably be a save to come out from Triumph, at least for Curry with his AK. Maybe even trying to look for some exit frags to do some damage to the T-side economy, but the problem with that is it's already built so far that even if, Jay, they get 3 kills and lose the round, they're not really doing too much damage to the economy. I mean, Cirque is going to be on 16k at the end of this round.
Curry manages to find the AWP. Grim gets the AK out of this one, so...
That's big. Yeah.
And those 2 picks against Breezy and Tarek. Enough to get themselves a little bit of an extra bit of firepower for the Triumph side. They are going to get hunted by Ethan and Cirque though, so they have to stay alive from this position. The flashbang's over and Curry's ready for it. Or to face around the corner, blinded up. The AK takes him down. Grim will hold face, try to recover it. Gets a kill on Ethan. Ready for Cirque as well. He does grab that AWP just at the last second, so 8 on the board for EG. They will win the half at 8-1. They couldn't get that AK out for the CT side, so the rebuy will just feature the automatic weapons. The AWP still passed off towards Junior, though. I'm still looking at some of these numbers, though, and there's some lack of impact from certain players, and hate to call names out, but Spongy on 1 frag, and Shakespeare yet to get started here at round 10.
I'm glad you said it, because I was just about to. For Triumph, I mean, look, being the IGL, you don't always want to expect Shakespeare to step up massively, but he was getting some nice clutches and some big plays on Mirage, and he's not coming alive at all at the moment. And again, we've seen Junior play that position outside around that secret area, and this is twice now that he's been able to catch off the silo player.
Ethan's going to be a bit miffed at that one, but it's an opening kill for the Triumph side, so they can maintain their own control. And Junior falling back to the A bomb site here, knowing that he's found all that he can in this position. It may be better to go a bit more passive with the CT setup. Struggling to get him boosted on the rafters, though, and that was a little bit concerning for a moment, but they do manage to take control. Tarek walking into a crossfire, meanwhile Shakespeare getting 1, but only 1. Spongy gets Breezy back to a 4-on-2 situation. Stan and Cirque, last 2 players standing here for the EG side. Grim and Curry will swing into the backstab here. Cirque could catch them off guard if he's quick enough and the timing is good. Stan's going to try and rejoin his teammate with 45 seconds to the clock, though. He's got to win the fight against Curry. They now know where the bomb is. Swinging against Grim next, and now he's getting sandwiched by 2 CTs.
Oh, that kill onto Spongy could have definitely been there, especially with the low HP. Cirque did make a little bit of a footstep dropping off the ladder onto the platform, but doesn't hit the AWP shot. And Grim, okay, so he had the opportunity of picking up the double AWP presence, but opted against it. EG though, even though we've given them a bit of credit about their T-sided economy, we have seen in the last few rounds it start to dip a little bit.
Still confidence here from the Evil Geniuses side. That economy is built for the AK and AWP buy, and the Early plays up again, going to go towards the outside position. They have blocked a couple of the smokes in. I think one towards the secret cross. A bit of a gap there for them to work with, and you can see that. It's a nice old firing line for Junior to take, the AWP watching. A second smoke does go down, but it does waste one for the T side. And 4 players cross, a 5th lurking out, so they're going to have to leave it to this one man back here in the lower bomb site. It's Shake Zilla, I believe. Got so much T side presence to contend with.
And they've still left a lurker of Breezy to the upper bomb site, so look out for him a little bit later out into the round to see what impact he's able to find. But for EG, they have taken secret control. Molotov going to come out to the Sheikh Zula position, so he's going to have to fall back to the double windows, the radio room area. Curry, oh, looked like he was going to get overwhelmed, but actually wins out that fight onto Ethan, but he needs to follow up again.
Opening and closing the decon door here, trying to force a mistake out from the CTs. Or from the T side, I should say. Curry finding that position and managing to hold it for the moment. The opening of the observation. A window as well. 30 seconds to the clock. Evil Genius is going to make their way in right now. He flashes over from the ramp position. Shake Zilla crouched behind a blue box. Still waiting here. Curry is going for a bit of a wraparound. The fight in against Target's got to go well. With Stanislav falling towards Spongy, it will be a 5-on-2. The Orb Assert can't connect its shots, going silent for a couple rounds in these games. With a bomb in CT control, he's best to save his weapon, as is Breezy to wait back on the A bomb site. A third for Triumph. Taking a while to get started and really spooled up in this half, and now it's starting to look good.
And finally, we're seeing some sort of momentum going in the way of Triumph. And even with EG getting sort of the complete secret control, the utility was good at forcing the CTs back. We saw such a passive hold being held at the lower bomb site. But for Triumph, the crossfire was fantastic. And what is absolutely beautiful is the fact that Curry is able to get an opening pick and he doesn't get traded. Him not getting traded makes that round so favorable for the CTs. And now, 2 players were staying alive for the EG, saving on. Junior, this is super aggressive with the AWP. This time not at secret, just tries to around that red box area, but Stanislaw punishes him for that.
Yeah, adjustment from Stanislaw as he saw the shoulder bait and knew exactly where Junior was. So just a wide face as he was ready for it to face around the close red box position. Reaction from Triumph's AWP is not going to work for them today. Still have AKs in play though, so they could still get these headshots in against the T-side forces and take them all down. Very carefully they'll play here, and there's already a player downstairs in that vent position. I believe that Curry is going to actually get the kill. I thought he was going to drop in and get picked off right there, but not to be. 4-on-4, 3 players now out towards ramp. Spongy still holding the defensive right here against the back line. Ethan, however, will pick both him and the rotator off from the site. 3-on-2 situation. Favorable, of course, to EG. And Triumph both held out a decon. They could still stop this bomb plant, but they've got to keep their eyes on the secret area. And I think Evil Geniuses know. I think they realize that A is clear, so they'll slowly but surely rotate back and get the plant.
Yeah, this is a great read coming out from EG. Stanislaw around that main position, and both the CTs, they're still locked into the lower bomb site. Stanislaw just clearing out a few of the vent angles just to make sure that there is no presence to the upper bomb site. And now Triumph are going to know. With Sheikh Zula getting out, Grim knows. That's when we're going to start to see the rotate come through.
Stan with the AWP in the back corner. Grim sees the AWP assert. Molotov's out. The spray's not going to connect to Stanislaw. And Sheikh Zula is out of dodge. AK to get saved here, back in the observation room or the B bomb site, whichever one he chooses. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's going to be a 9th for the EG side. Triumph losing ground little by little, even when they started to gain it back. EG, again, so proficient on a lot of these executions and a lot of these kills as well, you know.
Things are starting to look a little bit scary now for Triumph. We've seen a handful of good rounds from them here or there on this second map, but all in all, EG just looks so confident on this second map of Nuke, their own map pick. And to think that they've already, Jay, put up 9 rounds on the T side of Nuke, you almost thought that if Triumph had kind of any way to pull some sort of upset in this second map, it needed to be getting a good start and getting good momentum on the CT side, and that's not what we're seeing at all.
I think the one thing we always want to see out of a CT side, is on Nuke especially, is for them to at least win the CT half. It probably won't happen, I think, with Evil Geniuses and the way that they're playing right here. Again, the Venn dive from Breezy, and he gets the kill against Shakezilla again. Oh, man. One pick found, no return from Junior as he lets the first player cross, or second player I should say, cross to the blue box. The second smoke down as they see that AWP, and Breezy is ready for any more rotations to come in. Cirque actually picks off Grim towards the vents, and a 5-on-3, making it 2 as Curry falls. Junior and Spongy, the last 2 players to triumph. And look at how much HP was lost on the T side. Like, Evil Geniuses didn't lose much of anything at all against Triumph here.
And they look to try and save onto these double orbs. They should be able to if they move into the T spawn position. But the thing is for Triumph is that they just get no success on over-rotating through the vents position to the lower bomb site. We see Cirque just picking them off, and look at this position. Oh, okay. Maybe don't look at this position from Tari. I tell you what, in this best of 3 series, I think out of all the games that we've covered, Jay, in the Road to Rio, we have just seen so many timing moments in this best of 3, most out of anyone that we've done so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, from both sides, should have, not just from Tari in that case. You know, Junior had his moments as well. The timing will give him at least a bit more of an opportunity to save the AWP in this round, so there's a bit of a fortunacy going the way of the Triumph side. But the unfortunacy is still that scoreline. 7 rounds the difference. And they really need to bring it back to 5 if they want to recover this CT half and recover this map. You know, with EG already being up by a map as well. Like, we're looking at the potential disaster for Triumph here in this series. And we'll see the double orbs coming back in for the CT side. The M-Force to back it up. So limited utility, though. They really need to get some picks together. And at least stop the likes of Breezy from just forcing the issue every single round.
Well, at least so far, we haven't seen the vent dive coming in from Breezy, which has been such a crucial factor for EG in these last sort of 5 or 6 rounds. Because first of all, he's getting map control with the vent dive, but also taking down the B anchor so many times. Either Shakezilla or Spongy has been a lot of the time being that B anchor. Oh, okay, this could be quite an interesting battle between the AWPs. Who's going to peek first? Whether it's Spongy trying to get aggressive or Cirque trying to wide swing the angle or peek into the angle. Could be there for a while, though.
The spot 2 eventually as they cross out. The ramp position is going to be defended by the CTs. They are forced back. Breezy is picked off first. Ethan out of the doors, and Curry sees it, but he can't connect the kill against the man. M4 moves closer and closer, but Stanislaw swings out for Mini, and no one was expecting that. 4-on-4 situation, but look at Grim, so aggressive. Gotta have to trust Junior to get the picks back, and eventually the CTs swing up and strike, and everyone goes down for Evil Geniuses. Stanislaw, lone survivor, bomb out in the open. 20 seconds, he might catch off Grim, sure, but the bomb's down on B, and the CT... Oh, no, it's not, actually. I thought it was in the vents. He can still get a plant out from this one. He's got to go to the back of the site. He catches the Spision on towards 1. Spray can't find the AWP man. He gets the 1 kill, but Spongy just needs to stay alive. 4 to the board of Triumph. And then 1 of the half. A chance still available for the CTs.
Oh, that sucks for Triumph. Like, they win that round, but look at the buy that has now come out. So, with Stan actually being able to pick off 2 players in that 1v3, it has so much impact in the buy that's coming out from Triumph. A single M4, couple of FAMAs, and an MP9 to work with against 4 AKs and an AWP. That looks to be the Hell smoke coming out for the T side from Stanislaw. Quick presence outside, but they don't have the cross smokes, and it's going to be Junior to start things off.
Missing that second player, though, will once again give them secret control here for the EG side, and they've worked with these B-site entries so many times so far. Ethan looking out of Squeaky. Not going to quite find anything again. Curry's going to be careful about his position in the heart. Evil Geniuses getting bits and pieces of the info here against the CT forces, but unable to actually find the picks against them for the moment. 1 minute and 10. It's still a 5-on-4, favourite to Triumph. But EG looking like they're going to hit this A bomb site. Stanislaw just waiting for the Q. They wait for something else towards the outside. Spongy will aggress. Will he catch Cirque? I don't think he may have seen it. No, Tarek does swing out from the garage and gets it back to evens.
Ethan trying to make a little bit of a solo play to the upper bomb site. And at least he's made his way out of Squeak Door. But they need to make sure that they're taking down Grim. They would have heard the footsteps of Curry, and they know exactly where he is. Look at the crosshair placement coming out from Stanislaw. Easy kill coming through. And Grim is at least going to try and stay alive, not finding the second connection. But in the end, it's going to be 5-10. A fantastic half coming out from EG. But we're going to go to a break. The second half coming up after this.
Fair in love and war, but I can't do this anymore, no, no. Don't take me to a place I know, somewhere where I can feel my soul. Lately I'm skin and bone, so hollow. I've never felt so alone. I need you more than you know, 'cause baby you feel like home. Take me to a place I know, somewhere I can feel my soul. Lately I'm skin and bone, so hollow. I've never felt so alone. I need you more than you know, 'cause baby you feel like home.
When you feel it's hopeless, when you think that you lost, oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust. Oh, here we go, 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 let us heal and grow. You won't be alone, we're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life, we're still breathing. Standing up, everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. We all have our reasons why we are on this track. Oh, we all have our burdens, yeah, but we just keep on fighting and we never look back. Here we go, 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 let us heal and grow. You won't be alone, we're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life.
A difficult half for Triumph to turn to their favour. They went 5 on their CT side, and Evil Geniuses look to try put the final nails in the coffin for this series. The Nade Molotov out, a very quick play coming in from the tees out towards ramp. Tarek's going to try to tap his way through and take something down. Ethan gets that first frag, but it's Junior and Spongy coming back. Tarek still in the back lines, drops that bomb, sees Shake, and sees one more exiting out of hell. Stanislaw can't deal with him as he and Tarek fall. It's all left to Cirque here at Decon Door, and he's expecting the full commitment towards B, but Triumph getting all this control might wrap back from heaven to A.
And this could be at least the first time that we've seen Triumph actually win a pistol round in the best of 3 series. What I love there from Triumph is the fact that EG have got a triple man setup at that ramp area, and they just completely overwhelmed with the gunfights. The Glock shots have been superb, and Cirque is in a 1 versus 3 where really, Jay, it's going to be a bit of a difficult situation for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Gonna get shot in the back of the head against Junior. There it is. 2 taps. Dinks down. Triumph at least getting a start here in this T side, and if that was in any other situation, I feel like Evil Geniuses would have been able to take control of that round, but here we are. Still 4 up for the EG side. And we have a force buy back from them as well. Now, again, in many of these situations, I wouldn't put it past EG to still win these force buy rounds, but Triumph did have their better half on T side in our first map. Would this be the chance for a comeback here, Dweg? What do you rate their odds?
Look, it's definitely going to be a difficult one. I'm looking at Grim, especially on the T side, if they want to get anything going. First thing they need to be looking at is round number 17. They cannot lose this. This is a forced buy investment coming out from EG, and if they lose this, their economy is just going to be absolutely broken.
I think we're set for both sides, to be honest. So the smoke's being set up by Shake. Junior was considering one of his own, right? But just still sitting there with the AK, hoping that someone gets aggressive towards outside. Eventually, Shake's will make his way into lobby. Try and join the main T-side force of Triumph. It's him and the MAC-10 that goes first. He's got a bomb on his back here. This might be a bit of a weird one. They're going to make their way out. All the footsteps heard. The UMP from Ethan bears down from above. Takes down 2. Spongy does take out his backup and Breezy, but Ethan ends up with 3 kills before Grim finally takes him out. The plant can be secured. Tarek comes in with a CZ and denies both those frags. And Evil Genius is there with a man advantage and the force by victory there. Triumph. Well, I mean, again, I did say I wouldn't put it past Evil Geniuses to win that round.
This is such an awkward position now. EG, that was a massive round coming out from Ethan in the Heaven Rafter. He's able to get 2 big kills, then drops down and follows up onto a 3rd. The T's have to force because they'll be on double eco otherwise. And the thing that sucks the most is they don't even get that bomb plant through in the end. Tarek being able to shut things down with his CZ. Ethan at least denying the early presence in the vent dive. So Triumph, they tried to go for it, but unfortunately it doesn't work out for them. They try it again.
Drop down through the vents, Triumph. Best to get this bomb plant here. Best thing they have for them at the moment. The flash is over. Shake sort of goes out. Spray from Tarek. And actually Stanislaw coming in from double doors. Gets Spongy down. They do get overwhelmed by Grim here with the Tech 9. He gets himself a 2nd kill, actually. So Triumph. 3 on 2. M4, Breezy gives up his position and is unable to connect the 2nd spray towards the man. AHP for Grim, 47 for Junior though. Both players are still low compared to the CT forces, and Cirque will finish off the job with a headshot towards Grim. And EG will be able to secure their 12th. Triumph will be down to basic eco status for the 19th round.
And this should be a very light investment if it's going to be any, maybe an upgrades to some P250s or something like that. But EG, an opportunity for them to go 13-6 up on the 2nd map of their own map pick. And it's actually, rather than the pistol upgrades, there's a couple of them with pistol upgrades, but it's the HEs. We'll see how much they're able to do in terms of damage. Unfortunately, if Ethan was just a little bit of a fraction more aggressive in his position, could have probably taken him down. Big damage being done to the T side from the M4 of Tarek, but he actually gets overwhelmed.
Good enough here for the T's. They can get that bomb to the site. Cirque does connect 2 frags though, and Ethan is waiting at the vent's entrance to go and swing out from double doors. His backups also made their way out towards the ramp position. Here comes Breezy. Here to try and deny against the T side, take some players out of action. It's carefully played at this stage. He sees one in the back lines. Swinging from Junior does not go well. Shake's got an M4 to work with. Can he get Ethan? I think he might just be able to. The spray's awkward actually. 48 HP, and it would have been an easy sort of frag if he connected those bullets, but not to be today. 13 to the board of Evil Geniuses. Triumph have only secured their pistol on the T side, and with the rifles coming in for this round, they will absolutely need to take the win here.
This is really their last chance, honestly. They need to convert this round if they even want to think of a comeback to come through on the T side. AWP coming up for Cirque. All utility across the board on the CT side. And Triumph, do we decide to see something quick from them? And it looks like there's early presence coming out from the squeaky area. Ethan, into the hut phase. So Triumph, they do slow it down once they make their way into lobby. Oh, this is super aggressive from Tarek. There's something we didn't see from Triumph on the CT side was aggression through ramp room.
Oh, the timing on that. Ethan getting the info as well with the squeaky position. They will start to pour out. Oh, nice. I thought the flashbang was going to force the entrances here from Triumph. They do get Cirque, though, with the blind sprays. And Shake makes his way outside towards the Hell and locker room entrances. Stanislaw will swing in from the secret area, though. Get the kill on towards the man, and a 4-on-3 situation ensues for Evil Geniuses. Tarek waiting at the trophy room, gets 1 and 2. Couldn't quite connect the spray to the third man, but he's done his part. He's done the damage. There's 3 players versus 1 of the Triumph side, and for Evil Geniuses, this should be a 14 secured.
Oh, and that's a little bit unfortunate there from Triumph. The aggression comes out from Tarek. They expect it, but for Tarek to get 2 kills is just so massive. And Evil Geniuses holding on to 3 players being alive. They pick up the AK on Stanislaw, and they get that AWP back into the hands of Cirque. Do you force buy this? I mean, it's a tough call to make. It's 14-6. There's not really too many more rounds to work with. It looks like they're just going to half buy and play for OTJ.
That's going to be a tough OT to get to, though. Like, we're talking, what, 9 match points for Evil Geniuses?
It's a lot.
You can already see the Tech 9s out and about, the bomb being dropped. Tarek lining himself up. 2 kills. Junior does take him down, get an M4 to work with, but better to pass that weapon off to someone like Spongy or Sheikh Zilla. Always trying for with that boost position, but Cirque, the AWP, 2 frags to find. Junior does take down Breezy for another good kill against them, but the AWP shot's not missing here for Cirque. 3 beautiful frags in the Hell position. And it is map and match point for Evil Geniuses. Again, Triumph need 9 in a row to try and bring this map and this series back to OT. I just don't fancy their chances here, Dwayne. Like the AK and AWP buy will be out here for this round, but it's every round after that I'm really concerned about.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Triumph, they've got to be looking for an opening frag. They need to try and find some sort of opening advantage. Again, Cirque around this mini position. We've seen him be able to get some AWP flicks before. Well, the outside presence is here from Triumph. Evil Genius is playing pretty passive, all things considered. Cirque trying to look around that silo area to see if he can find any info. The early damage, though, has been done to Spongy, and that's not a great start if you're the T's. Look at aggression already from Breezy, actually.
Cirque looking towards outside to try to find that opening kill. Breezy is indeed pushed up quite far in his instance. Cirque still watching outside, seeing those smokes go up, peeks in, but not seeing anything towards the outside. It's actually towards the red box and secret cross where Sheikh Zulu will make his way up, but he's got to do something with this. I mean, they have to find some sort of way in. Again, opening kills would be ideal for Triumph. For 45 seconds, they're going to peek right into Breezy. He could get Curry first. Curry gets the headshot instead. He takes a dink back to 10 HP. And they find a way in. This is Triumph's chance right here, but Ethan going to bear down from Marshmallow. Get himself 2 frags, making it 3. Cirque actually stole one with his AWP, and the battle between Junior and Cirque will ensue. Junior's going to get forced off angle. Tarek going in for the kill, and Ethan gets his knife to close out the round, the map, and the series. 16-6 for EG, and I think that is probably the only end that you could really find for the way that this series, and especially